Hey guys, YouTube Machine here. I haven't done a video in a while, so I figured I'd do a couple here. First thing we got here is the Porsche iCarsoft version 3. I was looking at these. I think it's probably the best all around for the Porsches, and it also does multiple Porsches, but I think there's some issues with hooking up the newer ones, so we'll see how this works and go from there. Alright, we'll do some unboxing here. This is the first time taking it out of the box. The box looks pretty nice. Got some instructions and details on the back of it. Looks like it comes in a nice case here. Alright, so here's the actual scanner. It's got a little protection shield on the screen. I always leave those on as long as possible because it will prevent most of the scratches and everything from your screen. It feels nice and beefy. It's got little indents where your fingers go here in the back, which is kind of nice, to where it feels good and grippy, to where you can do everything you need to. Buttons feel high quality. Then here's the tooling. So here's a USB cable where you hook up to your computer so you can update it via the internet, because they do update the software for these online. Then here's the connector that connects to the OBD. Looks about decent length for most of OBD readers, which is kind of nice, because sometimes you can't just sit in the car, where it's easier just to do the work outside the car. And then looks like here it just plugs into the top like a serial connection for a computer, and then you just screw the tabs down a little bit. Don't make them too tight, or it might not be hard to get off, because you just want a little just solid connection. Doesn't need to be that tight. And what else? And it comes with an instruction manual if you need it. Tells you what everything does. Alright, so let's go ahead and get it hooked up and see what kind of functions we got on the car. Alright, so here it is right here. It just boots up as soon as you plug it in. Comes this main display here. It got diagnostics, service, voltage, OBD, review data, DTC lookup, setup, help, and about. So you just scroll down using the arrow key here. We'll go to diagnostics and just hit enter. And it says for Porsche, what version it's running. You go to VIN identity or vehicle select. Let's go VIN identity. Automatically pulls up the VIN, my VIN here, my model, and then also the vehicle year. And it says F1 or F2, yes or no. We'll hit yes. So now it goes into diagnostic mode. So we'll go into auto scan. Set ignition on, which is already on. So now it's going through and scanning all the modules in the car and checking which ones are there. And then don't worry about all the lights and everything going berserk here on the dash. That's normal when some of the modules go into diagnostic mode, the lights come on and it does all kinds of funky stuff. So don't be alarmed there. Alright, so it finished, went through them all. So, digital engine electronics, go enter. You can read model information, read fault codes. Let's check fault codes. Looks like I got 4 fault codes in here. So once you're in the fault codes menu, the left and the right, go back and forth. Looks like it doesn't like the signals from the rear bank of 2s. And then if you want, you can clear the fault memory, hit enter, and it'll erase all fault codes and freeze frame. You hit F1 to continue, F2 to cancel. I'll just cancel for right now. So go ahead and view data. We'll go ahead and view data. You can go through all your normal data: fuel trim, transmission, throttle valve, load detection, catalytic converter, a bunch of different things, misfire monitor, camshaft adjustment, oil pressure control, boost pressure, secondary air injection, input signals, temperatures, and timing angle. So go back. And then here's some actuation tests. It'll run all the actuation tests, drive links, or empty tank. So go to actuation tests, and it's got all kinds of things here. Exhaust camshaft adjustments, EGR valve if it has it, coolant switchover valve, thermostat activation, electronic fuel pump, radiator fans. So it looks like it's got all kinds of different tests in there you can do. Pretty much with the basic one, looks like it's got about 65 in total, which is kind of nice to where you can look at different things, reset adaptation measurements, and all kinds of different things you can do to check on the car and do some diagnostics. Go back, and let's see what module information is. Well, the module information just checks the bootloader, the software version, when it was coded, the date, the month, and the year. So it looks like this one was programmed September 22nd, 2015, originally at the factory. And it actually shows you part number and everything, which is kind of nice to where if you do need ECM, it does show you the part number. If you want to clear fault codes, actually go back once. So clear fault memory, enter, and it says fault codes you want to erase, F1 hit yes, and they're erased. Hit F1 to escape to get out of there, back out, up, back. And we'll go to the airbag module, see if there's any fault codes, and pretty much it's the same thing for every module, no fault codes found. And then it's got actuation tests in here. And it looks like it's got the control unit reset. Sometimes after crash, you might have to reset the unit. It looks like you reset it after a crash to clear the crash mode data out of there. And then you go through instrument cluster, check everything, all that good stuff. Got actuation tests in there. And then you go through just pretty much all the other modules. It's got level control, tire pressure, parking brake, air conditioning module, the headlights, Porsche stability management, front end electronic module, rear end electronic module, driver's door module, headlights, passenger door module, all that good stuff. So go back and we're gonna exit, yes. So go diagnostic mode service, let's see what's in there. Ignition's switched on, it's already on, now it's running. Reset the oil life, electronic parking brake, you can refit so you can do the rear brakes or rerun the test to make sure it holds. Steering angle sensor, so you can reset that. Reset your electronic throttle control for replace your throttle body. Battery management system for if you change the battery, so we'll go to that one, and then it's got right there battery change, so it'll relearn the values for that so it knows exactly where your battery needs to be when you replace it so it charges properly and extends life. And then ABS bleeding, so if you want to bleed your brakes right there, you can bleed the ABS module as well. And then here we'll go back here up on. Let's see the oil, and then reset oil interval. This is really key because Porsches, you cannot reset the oil interval without some sort of scan tool, which is kind of annoying because most cars do have a way to reset it without the scan tool. So go back, we'll get outside of here. Get out diagnostics, let's see what's in service. Pretty much same thing as what we're in there. Diagnostics go through everything. This just goes through like a short, quick sub menu, which enter, it'll do the roll. Pretty much go through the same thing. but it's a quick and easier way to get to some things versus going through the whole diagnostic mode. And then if OBD2, EOBD, should be all your readiness monitors for emissions and everything. Let's see what's in there. All right, looks like it's linking to vehicles, talking to it. Completed 2 monitors, monitors not completed. It hasn't completed them because I just erased the fault code. So this is good for when you need to go get emissions done in your car, so you can make sure it's running the monitors. If you go hit enter, you go to the IM readiness. And you can just see which ones have run and passed. So if this wire monitor is okay, fuel system incomplete, component of monitor is okay, catalyst incomplete, heated catalyst not applicable, evap system incomplete. This is all because I just erased the fault codes. Otherwise it would have it in there. So we'll go ahead and get out of here. So that's a really good tool to have, to where if you got race headers like I do, to where if you need to go through emissions, to where you know where you're at, to where if it's a waste of time to go get your codes read, or if you have to do something to get it to pass. And also you can view live data in here as well. So go back, yes, you want to exit. So go back inside there. So review should be, so yeah, just looking for data monitors, stuff you want to go through there. If you have some problem you're trying to find, like a random misfire, like some of you guys do, this would be a good way to look through the data logs and try to see exactly what's going on, when it's happening, and what you can do to figure it out if it's something that's not easily found. And then DCT's lookup, you just put the fault code in here. You just use the left and right arrows up and down to change the number. So let's see, let's change to one I definitely know of. PO420. And enter to confirm. And you put the code in there, it'll tell you. So I put a PO420, which is catalyst system efficiency below threshold bank 1. So that's an issue with the CAT. It's not functioning correctly. And let's see what's in setup, or let's see what's in voltage. So voltage looks, it's just pretty much monitoring the battery voltage, the current voltage, minimum and maximum. And F2 just goes to a graph. It shows you where it's at. And we'll go to setup and see what's in there. This is where you can set your language, units of measure, buzzer, which is kind of annoying. Let's turn it off here. All right, so now there's no buzzer now. So when I move the buttons, it's a lot easier. Go to the log, put your log on or off. Units of measure, it's in metric and that's what you want to be in. You can clear data, factory reset if you're having problems, and also change the language. So back. So it looks like this thing's pretty nice. You can pretty much do all the basic stuff and some advanced stuff for this thing in case you need to do some diagnostics on here, which is kind of nice. And it also reads all the modules in here, which makes it nice. So for pretty much a $180 scan tool, I don't think you can go wrong with this thing. Being about to say, it kind of locks it down to certain years and doesn't work on various models, but if you only got 1 or 2 cars, it works pretty good, or even 1. I'd say it's fantastic. But I can't see anything else for the cost of this being any better. But I'm sure some of you guys out there recommend, where I wish VAGCOM worked on this, but that's what I have for my Volkswagens. And that's pretty much as close as you're gonna get to factory scan tool, which I wish it worked on here, but apparently Porsche and Volkswagen don't use the same communication standards to where it doesn't work correctly. But yeah, this is pretty phenomenal. I'm pretty happy with this, with the purchase. So once I really start using it, it'll be really nice to have. And to me, it's worth it just to clear the oil change in our Volt instead of having to go to dealer, to where pretty much 2 hours of labor, pretty much pays for this thing right here, which is really nice. I pretty much picked up off Amazon. It was really nice, but I think I paid about $180 for it. It's definitely a good pickup for anybody looking that does their oil change themselves and reset the oil life. All right, so pretty much put it away. Just unscrew here. That's why you don't make them super snug. Unplugs, and then I just fold it up how it was from the factory when it came, so it slips right down in here for nice easy storage, and then this goes right back in here. And then I keep the USB cord with it too. And right there you have it. All right, guys, thank you for watching GT Machine. I appreciate all the subscribe and likes I get. Trying to make it to at least 500. Thank you very much, and hopefully this helps people decide on what scan tool they want to buy.